Welcome everyone to the award ceremony for the December Artisan of the Month. As most of you know, every month Mayor Bracy chooses an artist who has made a significant contribution to the community, not just through the excellence of their work, but also the excellence of their service, their activism, and their involvement. Now, every artist is someone who does two things. One, they create the reputation of York as an arts and cultural destination, which means that their work reaches outside of the community, but it also ministers specifically to the people that are here in the city, that their art is impactful, is enjoyable, is promoting an awareness of culture and a heightened sensitivity to the beauty and importance of art right here at home, making a difference for the people and the artists that live in this community and that are the building blocks of its renaissance, which has been a huge initiative of Mayor Bracy since she first came to office. So this program is one that she really, really loves and is very close to her heart. And this month's Artisan of the Month, who we are very, very, very proud from her office to be able to award, is the fabulous, the absolutely divine York City's Poet Laureate, Christine Lincoln. Now, Christine Lincoln. Now, I was honored enough to actually get to sit on the board which helped select Christine as York's Poet Laureate. And when she walked in the room, we were all like, this woman's a fiction author anyway. And I don't know who she is. I never heard of her. She moved here from Maryland. She's not from York anyway. So we were just waiting. And when she walked in, it was like the sun rising in a boardroom. She had so much genuine warmth and energy. She was so passionate. She was so compassionate that every person in the room felt like she was talking exactly and specifically to them. And not just to their face, but to that part of the soul that you feel like isn't seen. That Christine Lincoln looked at you and saw it, and reached out and touched it and cherished it and cared for it. And when she left, there was just this moment of silence. And this room full of people who felt utterly changed just sat there for a moment. And then huge smiles broke out, our shoulders slumped down, our whole postures just that relaxed after a good long ocean swim when you just have bathed in something beautiful and your muscles feel good and you're just like, ah. And then we said, well, thank you, Jesus. Now this process is done. I guess we should probably formally vote. No, we don't know. We got this. We're all together on this one. It was such a beautiful moment. And every time I have seen her since, every moment I have seen her since, has left me with that same feeling of coming home to a huge hug and some apple cobbler and some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful poetry all in one person. So since Mayor Bracy is in a slight traffic jam this evening, her award will be presented by her second in command, the director of all things community outreach and everything that happens in the city of York, the person that you didn't know ran every single thing that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Edwina Washington.
Was fabulous, Carla, as always. I don't know what more I can say. But Christine, on behalf of Mayor Bracy and the City of York, thank you, thank you, thank you. You add such a value and contribution to our arts community. Thank you for all that you have done. You've changed so many lives of so many women and children and individuals in our community. You go out of your way to do work, you go out of your way to give back, and you just go out of your way just to be the beautiful person that you are. And we just want to say thank you for your contributions. You are a Poet Laureate and you're doing a fantastic job. So thank you for your contributions. Thank you for adding to our community. We see your light and we are proud of it. Congratulations, Christine.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm really honored because, you just go through and just do your life, and you don't think anyone is watching and you don't think that you're doing a good job half the time, and you beat yourself up because you're not doing more. And so to receive this is very, very special to me. I appreciate it. I consider myself an activist with my art. Like, it's all I have. And I don't know what more to do to change the world than to use whatever gifts God has given me. And so I'm just grateful to have a platform and an opportunity to do that and to make a difference. I just got back from Los Angeles, and it was an amazing trip, but the amount of human suffering that I saw there, I cried every day, and I couldn't sleep at night, and it was good because it means I'm alive, and it means that that I care, and that a part of me I think that every artist should have is an operation. You know, it's that part that is angry, it's that part that is sad, that part that is broken about the things that you see going on in the world. And my grandson is here. And so I came back seeing homeless women with nursing babies in the street, sitting in the street. Whole families, homeless, sitting in the street. People walking around, young people, so many young people on drugs, just homeless, walking around and hungry. And one woman, I saw her quite a few times, and she was just in a fetal position, like a ball. I didn't even know it was a woman at first. I just thought it was a pile of rags, and it was a woman. And like, I wanted to just bring all of them home and take care of them and make a different world where this wasn't happening. And I came home even more dedicated to use my art to make some kind of difference. And I come home, and there's another failed indictment, and another black man is dead, and there's no justice, and nothing seems to be getting done. And I'm just determined. So thank you. I'm sorry I'm emotional, but I'm not. I am emotional. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm hurting. I want to read this poem, or I usually recite it by heart, but I wrote this for my grandson. It's called Composed, and I watched him being formed in his mother's womb. It was magical. And she would go to her appointments and come home and tell me, you know, how long he was and how much he weighed, and then he's here, you know, and now the world will write something else on his heart about who he is as a black man. And I wanted to be this. So this is for Takai. It's called Compose. This is for you, buddy. I am as black and beautiful as the beginning. God spoken, word woven, articulated in the secret place. I am pure melody. Some say I am meaningless, mere evidence of Ham's disobedience, and for this, they hate me. Try to kill me. I'm too dark and comely to be cursed. I'm too Billy, too Jill Scott, too Mingus to be anything less than straight miraculous. Like Whitman, I'll compose my own song. I will hum myself until the tune of me catches on, and the rest of you can sing with me.
Wow. He was very pleased.
Did he clap? Oh, love him. This one is written at the end of summer. I just feel like, you know, we're always losing something, but we don't know that we've lost it until it actually is gone. But we are always in the process of losing something. Think about 9/11 and how innocent and naive we were, thinking that stuff like that would not happen here, and then it happened. But it didn't just happen that day, it had been happening all along. And so I feel like that's what winter is to me. Like, winter is coming all along, and we don't prepare for that moment when suddenly it's here and we've lost something. That's what this poem is about. It's called The Lessons Are in the Branches. looking forward, and still we cannot see the beginning of a thing. We only know the awkward blush, the shy, stuttered hello of first greeting. In the end, summer will be gone long before we notice the flush of silver, of life, of endless cycles and waning opportunities. We are cuffed to this world like hoodlums, frightened brawlers who tread the great black divide, part fist, part charmer. But summer is gone, and we are left to ponder the last trace of sun-chased days, as if this wheel within a wheel is a line leading straight, unwavering, and not this circling, this slow, cool goodbye. I'm not typically a happy writer. I'm a happy person, but my work is typically not. And it is indicative of, I respond to just all of the things that I see around me in the world, and I guess I write from that place, That little piece of paper right there, I'm saving that because I go to the women's shelter and write and have the women who are in the safe house for domestic violence. I have them write, and I have them write poems. And this one woman, it was so difficult. She uses humor all the time, and so it was hard to break through for her. And last time I went, I had them do an exercise and write these poems. And I think I asked them what was it that she was afraid of most. And she finally wrote down something real. She said, "I'm afraid of fires and people hitting me." And that was the first time, I can't say her name, but that was the first time that she ever verbalized anything about the abuse. And so I'm saving that. That means a lot to me. This is a first draft. It doesn't have a title yet, but I wrote this because the other night, my son Alex and his fiance Randy and my grandson and I were coming back from Louisville. And as we were coming into the city, we saw a police officer who was going in a whole complete direction. When we saw us, he quickly turned around, and it looked as if he was going to follow us. And my son's fiance said to my son, I'm in the backseat, "There's a cop." And he said, "Yeah, I see him." And all of a sudden, we went from laughing and joking, and this hush just filled the car, until he pulled off and he wasn't following us. And I thought, this is for my son who is a black male. Do not be afraid to stand fully in this skin. This skin is not the color of rejection, some other racist sin making you regret it. No. You cannot slouch in this skin that draws attention, more beacon than evil, regal, though perhaps misguided, still seeking its value. No, your skin is the color of moonless nights along the Mississippi Delta. All those blues, same hue as the deep, calling unto deep, calling unto deep. Not fear, luminous, a dark yet sacred mystery. I'll do Cora.
She is good.
Cora is, I wrote this to challenge other poets, young poets who are finding their voices. Okay, yeah, this is the version. It's called Cora. Cora means the philosophical study of space. Space being the relationship between objects. And in this case, the two objects that are in relationship are poets who have been on the scene for a while and those who are upcoming. And this is like a charge to them who are still up and coming to take their place. Like, this is inspired by Dustin, actually, who is just amazing and inspires me. Speak, young ones, burning suns, we are listening. We will make space for you, unroll the folds of dark loss and find a place for you. We will make room for you right here in the clearing. Everything, even the smallest possible, has value. Your voice becomes our voice. That's right. I said our voice, singular, as in one collective sound. It's called Universe intentionally. One poem since the beginning, a multi-generational poetic continuum like a house with multiple entrances, doors, portals, and windows, dimensional, the way our words commingle, the way we're continuously tunneling, traveling vast distances from mind to paper and pen, then back again, the speed of thought, circling, circling, circling. A poem holds metaphysical realities just by being. We create literary translocations without boundary. It's called living. And I'm not talking about simply surviving, but purposeful existence, making a difference. Even a black hole requires imagination, someone to bear witness to its collapse and reformation. Speak, young ones, burning suns, we are listening.
Because they can't all be here. On behalf of every child at Ferguson Elementary who has found their voice because of you, I thank you. For every woman who is in Access's shelter, who has found her voice because of you, I thank you. For every woman at the Community Progress Council who is in your writing group for recovering women who have suffered from trauma, who cannot be here to tell you themselves, I thank you. For every person who has yet to come through the doors of the Writing Center downtown, where they will have a free and open space with internet and with a writing class and with resources to help them become better writers and a safe environment to help nurture them and give them confidence to do so. To those people who don't even know who they are yet, I thank you for everything that you have done, continue to do, and plan to do for this community, for your service to the city of York. Thank you. Thank all of you for coming tonight and for attending tonight's ceremony. Thank you, of course, to Miss Washington for coming down and presenting the award, and to Christine Lincoln for giving us such a beautiful performance. Please stay and meet with her. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll prevail her to read a little bit more poetry for us later on. All of you, please be safe. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful holiday season, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow downtown for Light Up Night. Good night, everyone. Thank you.